And it seems very clear that he is incredibly concerned about Ukrainian defense. I don't know that he's concerned about American policy, but his main mission was to make sure that the Ukraine got those weapons. I understand that. We all have an affinity to our homeland where we came from.
Oh, how did we sink to such a low point that someone would openly question the loyalty of an American combat veteran in the name of partisan politics? Well,
he's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured.
If you look at his wife, she was standing there. She had nothing to say. Maybe she wasn't allowed to have anything to say. You tell me, but plenty of people have written that. Well, this was a mission that was started before I got here. This was something that was, just they wanted to do. And they lost Ryan. I learned a lot about generals. I met some good ones and I saw some bad ones, some that didn't have what it takes.
I mean, it really is incredible that, again, he's questioned war heroes all the time. He's attacked the greatest generals of this generation. He said that Mattis did little to nothing for him. His spokesperson this past week was talking about how General John Kelly, a man who dedicated his life, was a great general, one of the best generals who lost his son in combat. Couldn't understand the genius of Donald Trump. He talks like a tyrant when he talks about how when I took over the military, that is actually, he's more like, as John Meacham reminded me yesterday, more like King Louis XIV in that respect.
And these little imitators, which is what they are, it doesn't end well. It actually didn't go well. We'll get into all of that as we back into the news this morning. For Sean Duffy, for Laura Ingraham, for all these people who wanted to throw mud all over an American hero, over someone who has given literally his life, and by the way, whose 3 children are serving. I mean, this is incredible.
It is
what played out over the past 48 hours, and it has blown back in their face, mud on their faces, looking bad this morning and not serving the president well, which ask Mick Mulvaney this morning how that's going for him.
Where's Mick?
Trying to Trump for Trump. Good morning.
Wait, hold on a second.
Where's Mick?
Where's Mick? He didn't know anything about this, which again proves you debase yourself.
Yeah.
You sacrifice everything you believe in. You know, Mulvaney was supposedly a deficit hawk, but you just completely debase yourself politically, and then you get nothing in return. You're left in South Carolina playing golf or whatever Mulvaney was doing, and didn't know anything about it. But I wanted, maybe he'll end up in orange ruffles or green ruffles and Dancing with the Stars a couple of years from now. But I wanted to talk about something your father said, and it's very, very relevant to the lieutenant colonel. We were interviewing Dr. Brzezinski on stage one time, and he said that when he first walked into the White House, he understood how lucky he was as a Polish immigrant. And he said as he walked into the White House, he said to himself, I'm going to dedicate every moment of my life, the rest of my life will be to work, to defend, and give everything I can to this country, to pay back to this country what it's given to me. And that's what Lieutenant Colonel Vindman has done. He sacrificed in combat. His children are now in uniform. I wonder, all those people who were attacking the lieutenant colonel, whether they've served in uniform. I wonder if Sean Duffy's served in uniform. I know that Vindman and his children have. And I think Laura Ingraham actually did a great disservice for the President of the United States, because everybody stopped talking about al-Baghdadi and started talking about how heinous it was. What she and John Yoo and others, I didn't hear what
Duffy was on MTV.
I didn't hear what the guy who was involved in the Epstein case said, but they were all, though, trashing, trashing Vindman, and all it did was it completely redirected the talk from al-Baghdadi to this story. So sometimes Trumpists, when you're trying to help the president by saying something outrageous, it's actually, we've gotten to the point now in the process where that may have worked in 2016 and 2017. It doesn't work anymore.
Don't forget the story of America.
No.
A lot of us are children of immigrants.
It's a really
or immigrants.
good
It's
story.
The story of America.
Albert Einstein came from Germany, helped us
Good
win the
morning.
war. A good story. This American story. Ronald Reagan talked about it in his farewell address to the country. He said, we become a stronger country with waves and waves of immigrants coming in. Well, Lieutenant Colonel Vindman certainly showed that. And we salute you, Lieutenant Colonel Vindman. And we certainly salute your children who are serving proudly.
Welcome
in
to
uniform.
Morning Joe.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.